Hello, everyone. This is Sandra again. Yeah, today I'm going to talk about parents. Be there for your children. Parents, be there for your children. Help them in any other way that you can. We have parents who are there for their children, and we have some parents too that they can't be bothered. And especially when there's a breakup in the family. When the dad leaves home and leaves the children for the mother, for the mother to take care of everything. We have some men like that. Some men, when the marriage doesn't work out or relationship doesn't work out, they leave the house and they leave the children for the mother to take care of it. You know, for the mother to take care of the children, and it's something that is very. I think it's a bad thing. It's very bad. Very very bad. Because at the end of the day, the women end up with the children. The man just take his bag and just go away. You know, yeah, forgetting that he's got children there. But rather, when the children grows up, get to about 17, 18, that's when you see the man knocking at the door. I'm coming to see my children. I'm coming to see my child. After the woman has done all the hard work, you, the man, is now coming to enjoy. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. If a relationship doesn't work, it's nobody's fault. Relationship is not 100%. Marriage is not 100%. You know, it's like a lottery. Marriage and relationship is like a lottery. Yeah, you win some and you lose some. Some people can be together for a long time, for all their children to grow up, and they will still be together. Some people too, it's not like that for them. Within the middle of the relationship, then there's a breakup, marriage broken up, and the children left with the woman. The man will just leave the house, not caring for the children, not sending money to the children, not buying clothes for the children. The woman have to go through all this by herself, working so hard to take care of the children, because a woman cannot leave their child. There's no woman that I know. I've never heard that a woman will leave their child and said that, oh, I can't, I will leave you and I'm just going to have a wild life somewhere. No, women are not like that. Maybe one or two women can do that, but not all women. So what I was saying, that you have to be there for your child, no matter what. Because you have brought the child into the world, so you have to care for the child. Whether there's breakup in a relationship or not, make sure that you take care of your child. Whether a father leaves home or not, yes, still care for the child. Come and take the child. Go and play football with the child. Spend time with the child. Because a lot of boys whose behavior has become bad because there was no fathers in the house. A lot of boys' behavior has become bad. Some have joined so many groups, bad groups, because there was no father in the house. Because boys look after their dad, and if there's no dad in the house, like there's nobody to control them. A woman can do their best. A woman can do their best to take care of their children. But if the dad is in the house, then the children it will be straight for the child to go and do anything, because my dad is in the house, I can't do this. My dad is in the house, I can't do this. But a lot of men just run away from the house and leave the children for the mother, especially the boys. And a woman can bring up a boy, but she can do her best. But it's not easy. It's not easy for a woman to bring up a boy. It's very hard. You have to be tough. You have to be a strong woman, you know, to bring up your boys. As for girls, women can bring up girls, no problem. But when it comes to boys, it's hard. So fathers, you need to spend time with your children, with your boys. Even when you leave home, if marriage doesn't work out, doesn't mean that you have to leave the child. You still come and take your child. You can you can arrange with your partner, and take the child, like weekends, take the child for football, or if the boy is in the if the boy has joined a football match, take the boy, spend time with the boy, let the boy be a boy. Let the boy be a boy. Let him know. I mean, bring him up like a man. Fathers, you need to bring up your children, your boys, as a man, so that they can also grow up and not mess up. They also know, oh, my dad brought me up. So me too, I'm going to bring my children up. Understand what I mean? Because a lot of boys don't take care. A lot of boys end up as bad fathers, as bad husbands, because of their upbringing, because there was no father in the house, so they don't know that they are left and they don't know they are right. Even if you are not with your son and your son grows up, how are you going to advise your son about sex? How are you going to advise your son about protection? How are you going to advise? Because you're not in the house, so where is he going to learn from? Then he started learning it from his friends, because he's embarrassed to tell the mom about all these things. They learn from his friends. So whether you are divorced or separation, whatever, you still need to be there for your children. The same applies to the mothers. I know some mothers leave home as well, but it's not as much as fathers. Mothers leave home as well, but mothers bring up their children, their girls, so that they can be good wives and good girlfriends in future. Advise them as well. They advise them as well, in everything. So parents, you should be there for your children. Yeah. If you are a dad who whenever you come home you are tired, you just go and sleep or watch football. You don't even talk to your child. You don't have one-to-one conversation with your child. It's very important that you do that. Because you need to be talking to your child, asking your child what's going on in life and the rest. But it doesn't have to be only boys, girls as well. If you're a guy who have got a girls, if you have got children who are girls, you can still advise them. The same applies to the mothers as well. So you can't bring up a child in the world and just tell the child, well, it's up to you. It's up to you, lead your life. You understand what I mean? Sometimes I hear some men telling their boys that you are a man, so behave like a man. Yeah, it's true, but if you don't train your child to be a man, how can he be a man? Or if you're a woman, you don't train your daughter to be a woman, how can she be a woman? So we have to be there for our children all the time. Support them in everything they do, any decisions they make. Any area they are going through difficulties, we are there for them. To advise them, to help them, to push them to reach their goals. That's how it is. So when parents, we have to be there for our children. We have to be there for our children. Yeah, especially the fathers. Please, when you leave home, make sure that even if you leave home and you don't want the marriage anymore, or you don't want the relationship anymore, still take care of your children. Because if you don't care for your children, they grow up and know that, oh, my dad didn't take care of me, so I don't even care about my dad. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Then all the time people are fighting because there's no love. There's no love in the relationship because you didn't show your children love. You understand what I mean? Then it become a grudge. Then it ends up as a grudge. Now my son has grown up, he's not talking to me. The sons have grown up, then they are not talking to their dad because the dad left home and ignored them, and he didn't come back until when they were fully grown. So now that you have come back, what are you coming to do? The child has already grown up, and he's leading his life. Because you can't leave home at the child's age when the child is only maybe 5, and come back to his life when he's 18. What are you coming to do? He has already grown up. Yeah. And bringing up children, the important thing is when they are infants, when they are children, when they are little children. That is when it's very important for children, because for a child to love their parents, it starts from an early age. You know, when the child is little, it shows love. You know, your parents show love to you, so that love will carry you through to the end of your life. But if you're a child and you didn't get any love from your parents, then it's a waste of time, because then the child can never know. The child will never think or feel that, oh, I love my parents. No, because the love was not there. You know, the love was not there. So the child will grow up, and you, the parents, I love you, but the child in the child's head, it's not love. You know, it's something else. So we have to show that once we have brought children into the world, we have to be there for them no matter what, unconditional. We have to be there for them. You know, we can't bring children into the world and just ignore them and let them lead a bad life. You know, at the end, you know, I mean, there's one thing my mom used to always say, that when you're a child, it doesn't matter how old you are still the child. You know, you are still the child that she has brought up into the world. Whether you are 20, 50, 60, you are still the child that she brought up into the world. So we have to be there for our children and care for them, love them, show them, tell them every day, I love you. You know, you have to show, you have to say that as well. A lot of parents don't say it. A lot of parents don't tell their children they love them. You know, so sometimes the child think that, this my parent, this my mom, this my dad, did they really love? Because they've never said it to me before. Yeah. Often tell your children, I love you. You know, I love you. I love you so much. And the child will feel like, yeah, my mom loves me, my dad loves me. That's great. I feel secure. You know, I feel secure. You know, yeah. Because children trust their parents. Children, they trust their parents. So whatever comes out of your mouth, the child believe it. You know, so this is what I will say today. The parents, we should love our children. Be there for them no matter what. We should be there for them, so that their life will be complete. You know, so this is what I want to say today. So take care. Bye.